What's up, KGS Headmaster here, and welcome to Throwback Thursday on this week's theme of Sherlock Holmes. Now, where do we go with Throwback Thursday? Again, it's Sherlock Holmes. You can go all over the place as long as you've got some intelligent rationale for why you're taking it the way that you do. Firstly, let's wish a huge happy birthday to Teddy and Betty in the first year. Many happy returns to the twins. Hope you have a great day, guys. And also in the second year, we've got Katie's birthday. So to the three of you, many happy returns. Hope you have a great day despite lockdown. Have a wonderful day with the fam. Obviously, hope you get lots of happy birthdays from your friends. And it's your birthday. I hope it brings everything that your hearts desire. Now you can tell it's one of those days when I'm kind of, I don't know, it's quite dark outside, so it's quite early. So kind of putting the hours in, but I'm sure you guys are too. So we're kind of all doing it together. But it's given me time to kind of think about where we go with Throwback Thursday for Sherlock Holmes. And there's lots of different things that I thought we could do. Firstly, we could look at some famous scientists, because Holmes is a scientist in what he does. Particularly that area of deduction, but he's often conducting experiments, some physical, some chemical, because he wants to know how things work. He writes books on recognizing all different types of blood stains and lots of other things besides. So one of our most famous physicists at Kingston Grammar School was a guy called Professor Alfred Gaiden, who was at the school in the 1920s. And he was famous not only for his work in physics, which made him a professor at Imperial College London, but most particularly because after he was a victim of a lab explosion, probably one of his own experiments kind of blowing up in his face. But as a result of that, one of the effects was that he could physically see ultraviolet light. Sounds a bit like a Marvel character maybe, but that was his kind of claim to fame. So Professor Gaiden back in the 20s. More recently, in the 21st century, Dr. Nathan Robinson, brilliant marine biologist. Lots of videos of him on YouTube, particularly taking plastic straws and forks out of the nostrils of sea turtles. So he rescues them, gets rid of the plastic. He's a great guy. And recently it's got some of the only film footage of a giant squid. So he's a brilliant marine biologist. And if you come into chemists, and of course Holmes is more of a chemist, there is only one chemist alumni that we can turn to, the great Dr. Winning, who amongst his many accomplishments has taught pretty much all of you lot, or will do sometime in the future. I'm sure he wouldn't necessarily count that amongst his greatest achievements, but it is an accomplishment and something I know he's very proud of. So there we go. We've got physics, got biology, got chemistry. But what about the detective work? Slightly different. He's consulting detective, Holmes, don't forget. So who have we got here? We've got Detective Commander-in-Chief Ian Dyson, who was the commander of the City of London Police, and in 2016 was in the Queen's Birthday Honours lists with the Queen's Honours Medal. So again, we've got a detective, we've got scientists, got lots of people in there, all kind of great stuff. In terms of throwing back as well, I thought I'd just treat you to a little something. So these are the kind of earliest Sherlock Holmes books I have from the 1950s and 60s. Casebook of Sherlock Holmes from the late 50s, and The Hound of the Baskervilles, that great tale of enormous footprints from the 1960s. But I didn't get these until kind of more recently. I can't remember if they were given to me or I picked them up secondhand or whatever. These books look a bit older, but they're kind of things I acquired, I don't know, sometime. But this one, the one that looks probably not as old as all the others, is my first Sherlock Holmes book. So in terms of a throwback, I was 11 or 12. So this was published in 1981, 82. So first published 81, reprint 82. So probably 82. I'd have been 11 or 12. So I've been reading this book for 38 years. Now that sounds like a long time. You know, while Sherlock Holmes was writing, KGS had 4 different headmasters, and the longest of them was served for 27 years, and that was Mr. C.A. House. And if that sounds familiar, it's because he invented the KGS House system, Mr. House, the House system. But yeah, 27 years. So I've had that book for 38. He was head for 27. If I stayed head for 27 years, I'm going to be headmaster until I'm 70. That's not something any of us wants. Let's keep the excitement flowing. So let's finish on our quote on Throwback Thursday. I love this one because this is Holmes to Watson, and he says, "Watson, come at once, if convenient. If not convenient, come all the same." The demand of Sherlock Holmes that I'd love you to come if it's convenient, but if it's not convenient, just come anyway. So guys, if it's convenient, have a great day. If it's not convenient, still have a great day. Keep looking after yourselves, looking after your family, being kind to your friends, keep working well, being happy, thinking of you all, and hope to see you soon. It's Headmaster out.